Welcome to Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motor news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the significance of the new coding scheme, our road safety reminder in the Young Street Smart Sports and centers on walking facing the traffic. This week's Mind to Pair shall be about the wearing of proper uniform of POV drivers. Showcase this week shall have the subcompact crossover from Honda, the all-new HR-V.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are on this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards, to push, to the extremes, to race, race, race. That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition, so you too can race yours.
Mitsubishi Strada athlete, confident to the core.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. Traffic congestion in major thoroughfares in Metro Manila has gone from bad to worse, with the restrictions eased and the MMDA has got a solution, at least for the afternoon and evening rush hours.
The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority has confirmed that on May 16, it will begin implementing a new numbers coding scheme to ease traffic congestion on EDSA and other major thoroughfares of Metro Manila. Private vehicles with plate numbers ending in 1 and 2 won't be allowed on EDSA and other major thoroughfares from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays. Those ending in 3 and 4 are banned in the same hours on Mondays and Thursdays, 5 and 6 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 and 8 on Tuesdays and Fridays, and 9 and 0 on Wednesdays and Fridays. The MMD expects the new scheme to reduce the volume of vehicles on major thoroughfares by as much as 40%. The new coding scheme will not cover PUVs like buses, taxis, jeepneys, and TNVS vehicles. Motorcycles are also not covered by the new coding scheme. Meanwhile, the MMDA said it was moving to prevent motor vehicle owners from going around the new coding scheme by purchasing new vehicles. If the MMDA gets its way, newly purchased vehicles will get the same end numbers of the license plates of vehicles that the buyers already own.
Private motor vehicle owners are not too happy with the new coding scheme being pushed by the MMDA, as well as the idea to prevent them from buying new cars to get around the 2-day-a-week car ban. Meanwhile, the LTFRB did not look kindly at how bus operators complied with one of the MMDA's directives.
The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board have issued a show cause order (SCO) against 6 bus companies for allegedly violating provisions of its Certificate of Public Convenience. The 6 bus companies are Victory Liner Inc., Genesis Transport Service Inc., Bataan Transit Bus Company Inc., 5 Star Bus Inc., First North Luzon Transit Inc., Maria de Leon. The SCO was issued after the 6 bus companies stopped deploying buses from Pampanga to Metro Manila during daytime on April 20 following a directive from the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority that said provincial bus operators can only use their private bus terminals in the metropolis from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. The bus companies had early announced that departures and arrivals from their respective Metro Manila terminals would only take place from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Before the SCO was issued, LTFRB Executive Director Tina Castron said in the news reports that provincial bus operators must continue to ferry passengers outside of the so-called window hours, or else they would be in violation of their CPCs. Observing the window hour scheme of MMDA does not mean bus operators will only operate from 10 p.m. to 5 p.m., she said. The MMDA said that provincial operators can drop off passengers at designated integrated terminal exchanges beyond the so-called window hours. From there, intercity buses can take the passengers to their final destination in the metropolis. Thousands of commuters and passengers were stranded when the provincial bus operators in Pampanga stopped service Metro Manila to comply with the MMDA window hour directive.
The sooner the LTFRB and the MMDA work out their differences with provincial bus operators, the better for passengers and commuters. Continuing, the national government's taxi modernization program is bearing its first fruits in Davao City.
The first of 10 modern premium taxis for Davao City were formally launched in a ceremony attended by LTFRB Chairman Martin Delgado III and Department of Transportation Undersecretary for Road Transport and Infrastructure, Lawyer Mark Steven Pastor. The 10 premium taxis are operated by Saime Transport OPC, the first to be awarded a premium taxi franchise in Davao. Classified as silver taxis by the LTFRB, as part of the taxi modernization program, the 10 modern taxis of Saime Transpo come with free internet access to passengers, onboard or mobile-based navigation system, dashboard and occupancy cameras with continuous recording of the past 24-hour operation, automatic fare collection through cashless cards. Silver premium taxis will have 50 peso flag down peso and rates for 250 per minute and 1750 per kilometer. Under the program, the Davao region will be allowed to have 450 premium taxi units, 250 silver and 200 gold taxis. Each franchisee will be allowed to operate a maximum of 30 units. The premium taxis have undergone inspection, road tests, and sealing by the LTFRB Davao to ensure safety of passengers.
Premium taxis make up just one facet of the country's comprehensive transport modernization program, and Davao is just one of the cities and regions covered by the government's taxi modernization program. And finally, NLEX continues to expand its network of linked tollways. One project already in the pipeline is awaiting a go signal from the TRB.
Back in 2019, NLEX and the Manila-Cavite Expressway submitted a joint unsolicited proposal for a 15-kilometer tollway project that will link both expressway. The NLEX Cavite Port Expressway link covers 3 sections: the 5.7-kilometer C3 road to Anda Circle, the 4.8-kilometer connection from Cavitex to Buendia Avenue, and the 4.6-kilometer Buendia Avenue to Anda Circle. NLEX Corp is now working to get approval from the Toll Regulatory Board to implement the first section of the 92 billion peso NLEX Cavitex Port Expressway link project. NLEX has already met with the TRB to express its readiness to implement the C3 Anda Circle section of the NLEX Cavitex Port Expressway link. In its website, the Department of Public Works and Highways said a tollway linking the Cavitex to the NLEX will stimulate development in Metro Manila, Caloocan, Malabon, and Navotas, as well as its surrounding areas. Proponents of the project also expect the tollway to help decongest Metro Manila traffic, provide truckers an alternative 24/7 access to ports, and resolve truck ban problems.
If this new tollway is approved, Metro Manila will be crisscrossed by a network of elevated expressways. But will it solve the problem of traffic congestion? That remains to be seen. Those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority has proposed a new number coding scheme to ease traffic congestion in the metropolis. Motoring Forum discusses what it is and if it will work.
Traffic in Metro Manila has returned to pre-pandemic levels. Some even believe it is worse. As a result, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority has returned to imposing number coding schemes to reduce the volume of vehicles on the road during rush hours. It's not the near-day-long Unified Vehicle Volume Reduction Program in place before the COVID-19 lockdowns. Depending on the end numbers of license plates or conduction stickers for those without the plates yet, vehicles are not allowed on the road from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. one day of the work week. 1 and 2 on Mondays, 3 and 4 on Tuesdays, 5 and 6 on Wednesdays, 7 and 8 on Thursdays, and 9 and 0 on Fridays. This time, the MMDA decided to ease encoding restrictions as authorities work to increase the capacity of public transportation to meet rising demand. Following the same coding numbers, vehicles were only restricted on EDSA from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., although Makati imposed its own scheme that banned vehicles from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. PUVs were exempted from coding as authorities struggled to ensure public transport capacity met the increasing demand. The initial return of the UVVRP or number coding scheme appears to not have eased traffic congestion much. Motorists are still complaining, commuters are grumbling of longer hours of commute. And with more of the economy again back in business and with more people moving about, many returning to work at the office instead of working from home, traffic seems to be getting worse. In light of this, the MMDA aired a new proposal to double the number of days private motor vehicles are banned on parts of EDSA and other major thoroughfares. The new scheme calls for private motor vehicles with plate numbers ending in 1 and 2 to stay off EDSA and other major roads during the evening rush hour of 5 to 8 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays, 3 and 4 on Mondays and Thursdays, 5 and 6 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 and 8 on Tuesdays and Fridays, and 9 and 0 on Wednesdays and Fridays. The MMD estimates this new coding scheme will reduce the volume of vehicles on major thoroughfares during rush hour by 40%. MMD is set May 16, just after the national and local elections, to begin implementing the new scheme, which will only cover private motor vehicles. PUVs like buses, taxis, jeepneys, and DNVS vehicles are exempted from coding, so are motorcycles. In proposing the new scheme, MMDA Chairman Romando Artes said motor vehicle owners can wait out the time to do more work at offices or to do errands. But even before the May elections, many are asking the MMDA to rethink the proposal. Pundits say the number coding scheme affects the middle-income segment most, those who can barely afford cars but still buy them because public transport remains inefficient and inadequate. Denying them use of their cars for 2 days of the work week and forcing them to take public transport is unfair, they point out. This would also put added pressure on our already overburdened mass transport system. Others argue that being forced to wait out the man hours also denies them more time better spent with family or other productive activities. Many of those opposed to the new scheme claim that historically the various iterations of the number coding scheme have failed to stop traffic congestion in the metro from worsening over time. They continue to press the MMD to come up with studies that definitively and scientifically show that the UVVRP works to ease congestion. Meanwhile, the MMD appears to be adamant about implementing its latest number coding scheme and confident it would help ease traffic congestion. The MMD is even proposing to prevent motor vehicles owners from going around the new coding scheme by purchasing new vehicles. It suggested that newly purchased vehicles should get the same N numbers with the license plate of vehicles that the buyers already own.
Only the MMDA seems to be positive about the new number coding scheme. Perhaps the near unanimous agreement that the new number coding scheme won't be as effective as envisioned by authorities should be a cause for a major rethink of possible solutions. That's our Motoring Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards. To push. To the extremes. To race. 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 That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition. So you too can race yours.
The Mitsubishi Montero Sport, mastery in motion.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors. Suzuki Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
7-seater in style.
You are back with us here on Motoring Today. We now have this week's valuable motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines.
If you're walking the sidewalks of the road, it is always better and safer kung ikaw ay nakaharap sa direksyon kung saan papunta ang traffic. This way, meron ka pang oras para iligtas ang sarili kung sakaling makita mo na may paparating na aksidente.
Continuing with this week's edition of Motoring Today, let's now focus on proper driver's demeanor, especially for those driving PUVs. Here's Payong Tsuper this week.
Payong Tsuper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Ka Jojo Martin, isang kapwa nyo tsuper. Maging maayos sa pananamit tuwing papasada.
Kung gusto natin makarami ng pasahero, gawin nating presentable ang ating mga sarili sa tuwing tayo ay magmamaneho. Ugaliing isuot ang uniform ng samahan ng iyong kinabibilangan kapag papasada sa daan. Iwasang magsuot ng mga pambahay na damit katulad ng sando at tsinelas kung ayaw mo ang pasahero ang magalit at umiwas.
Tandaan, kapag maayos ang kasuotan, pasahero ay iyong kaibigan. Ito po si Ka Jojo Martin. Payong Tsuper lang, kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo tsuper.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards, to push, to the extremes, to race, race, race. That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition, so you too can race yours.
The Mitsubishi Strada athlete, confident to the core.
When we do what we love and love what we do, work is play. Ford Ranger. Live the Ranger life.
The Mitsubishi Montero Sport. Mastery in motion.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Our car of the week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. The all-new Honda HR-V is here. Showcase checks out what's new in Honda's popular subcompact crossover.
Subcompact crossovers or SUVs are now among the more sought-after vehicles in the local market. They are mostly affordable, fun to drive, and versatile. Great as the daily drive on weekdays, now that many are returning to face-to-face work at the office. Great for weekend road trips and adventures now that road trips are no longer restricted. Some are stylish, sporty, or both. Honda Cars Philippines is banking on the newly arrived all-new Honda HR-V to be among the most popular in the crossover segment. After all, Honda sold more than 7,000 units of its predecessor since it debuted in 2015. The formal unveiling of the third-generation HR-V revealed a crossover that is more sleek than sporty, although Honda says it went for the sporty look in the development. Nonetheless, the new Honda HR-V looks stylish in a stately sort of way. Two variants of the new HR-V were unveiled, the V-Turbo CVT and the S-CVT. The top-of-the-line V-Turbo is 4,385mm long, 1,790mm wide, and 1,590mm tall. Just a wee bit longer, 55mm longer to be exact, but just as wide and tall as its lower-priced sibling, the S-CVT. Interestingly enough, Honda lists the S-CVT as sitting higher above the road than the V-Turbo CVT, 196mm ground clearance compared to 181mm. The added length can be easily explained by the Sport-Type front bumper with the amp-up line as well as the Sport-Type spoiler that distinguishes the V-Turbo CVT from the S-CVT. Other distinguishing features are the black mesh-type grille, the platinum headlight extension, the dual tape pipe finishers, and of course the turbo emblem. Both, however, share full LED headlights that come with auto on-off function with 15-second timer, LED daytime running lights, projector-type fog lamps, side turn signal lights integrated in the side door mirrors, LED taillights with light bar, LED high-mount stop lamp, shark-fin antenna, tailgate spoiler, and rear intermittent wipers with washer. The V-Turbo CVT can also be distinguished from its sibling by its 17-inch gray alloy wheel strapped by 215/60 R17 96/8 tires. Honda has gone on the premium side to sell the new HR-V, with the V-Turbo CVT getting more of the pricey stuff, like the rich leather upholstery for the seats. But the fabric upholstery on the SCVT doesn't look shabby at all. In fact, it looks quite rich and yes, sporty. Also wrapped in leather are the steering and the shift knob. The cabin of the HR-V V-Turbo CVT also looks positively posh with the black and silver accents. No silver accents on the SCVT. The HR-V can sit 5 adults comfortably. The driver's seat slides and reclines and adjusts for height. The front passenger seat just slides and reclines. The second row features Honda's patented ULT seat, ULT for utility, long and tall. The seat for 3 splits and folds flat 60/40 and comes with a rear armrest. The V-Turbo CVT dash and instrumentation is quite tidy and modern with a 7-inch digital display. The rotary knobs for the air conditioning look cool and make controlling cabin temperature quite easy. Both trims of the new HR-V comes with a single-zone automatic air conditioning with a new air diffusion system that cools the cabin more efficiently, as well as rear air vents. Both variants of the HR-V share the same 8-inch touchscreen display for the infotainment system, which comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Bluetooth, hands-free telephone, audio streaming, USB input, and 6 speakers. They also share many of the modern conveniences found in premium vehicles, including smart keyless entry with 1-push start system, power windows and door locks, auto power folding door mirrors. Both also share the comfort and convenience features now standard in crossovers: ambient cabin lighting, 4 bottle holders, 4 cup holders, 12-volt accessory socket, sun visors with illuminated mirrors, map lights, cargo area lights, tonneau cover. The V-Turbo CVT adds auto-dimming rear view mirrors and 2 rear USB charging ports. Honda is making a lot of local car enthusiasts happy by offering the HR-V with a turbocharged engine. Honda says the brief for developing the all-new HR-V was to come with a subcompact crossover that combines functionality, safety, and advanced features, sophisticated design, and superior driving experience. The 177 PS and the 240 Nm of torque from the turbocharged 1498cc 4-cylinder VTEC engine on the top-of-the-line HR-V certainly helped fulfill the superior driving experience part of the brief. Although you can't say the SCVT is a slouch with the 121 PS and 145 Nm of torque from its 1.5-liter iVTEC inline-4 engine. Only a continuously variable transmission is available in the local spec HR-V, with paddle shifters offering some control over gear shifts. The steering wheel tilts and telescopes to provide a comfortable driving position. It also comes with controls for audio, the HFT, the multi-information display, among other things to make motoring more convenient. The V-Turbo CVT powertrain offers 3 driving modes: Econ, Normal, and Sport, much appreciated in these times of spiraling fuel prices. On Sport mode, not available in the SCVT, the HR-V is a truly fun drive. The HR-V rides road imperfections well with front McPherson struts and axle-type suspension in the rear. The suspension also provides a stable ride even when taking switchbacks on Sport mode. The all-wheel disc brake system, ventilated in front, comes with an auto brake hold function. The electronic parking brake does away with space-eating handbrake lever. The all-new Honda HR-V comes standard with Honda Sensing, a suite of driver-assist technology with functions to give drivers a lot of confidence in driving on crowded city streets, open highways, and mountain roads. Honda Sensing includes collision mitigation braking system, adaptive cruise control with low-speed follow, lane keeping assist system, road departure mitigation system with lane departure warning, auto high beam, and lead car departure notification system. Drivers will also have to get used to various tones and beeps that warn or alert them of obstacles or possible dangers on the road. Also giving confidence about being protected in the HR-V are standard safety features that include 3-point ELR seat belts with reminder for 5, front and side airbags, speed sensing door locks, ISOFIX child seat anchors. The HR-V also comes with anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution, vehicle stability assist, hill descent control, hill start assist, and agile handling assist.
Whether with the turbocharged VTEC or just the iVTEC engine, the all-new HR-V should heighten the senses with its looks, advanced driver assist and safety tech, and comfort and smart connectivity features. That's our featured vehicle on this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards, to push, to the extremes, to race, race, race. That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition, so you too can race yours.
All-new Isuzu Mu X. Take the lead.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
Want to test drive the latest brand new vehicles available in the market? Check out the 2022 Autofocus Summer Test Drive Festival that returns to the SM Mall of Asia concert grounds on May 26 to 29. After a 2-year absence because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the biggest outdoor test drive event returns to provide a veritable one-stop shop for prospective car buyers to check out the latest options in the local market. During the 4-day festival, a wide range of competing standard and luxury premium models will be on display and available for test drives. Changan, GAC Motor, Geely, Isuzu, MG, Mitsubishi, Nissan, Subaru, Suzuki, and Toyota are among the exhibitors showcasing their model lineups and offering test drives at the festival. Volkswagen Philippines is looking to make it a hot summer for sales. Volkswagen is offering easy-to-own financing plans of low down payments, low monthly amortizations, or zero down payments for its lineup of German precision vehicles until June 30. And for a limited time, Volkswagen is also offering substantial discounts for select vehicles, from the Santana MPI MT, which can now be had for only 550,000 pesos from 686,000 pesos, to the subcompact crossover T-Cross 180 MPI ATS, which can be bought for 1,068,000 pesos down from 1,098,000 pesos. Other than easy financing schemes, Volkswagen vehicles come with worry-free after-sales dealer services, including the 100,000-kilometer or 3-year warranty coverage program, aside from the free 1-year 24/7 emergency roadside assistance. To find out more about Volkswagen summer promo, check out www.volkswagen.com.ph. The rising cost of fuel could be seen as a deterrent for vehicle sales. However, Mitsubishi Motor Philippines is using this as an incentive for sales. Until April 30, Mitsubishi is giving away 4,000 pesos worth of fuel for every purchase of the Mirage G4 and the L300. Takanobu Suzuki, MMPC Executive Vice President for Sales and Marketing, said Mitsubishi wants customers to have a pleasant start to their ownership experience of the G4 or L300 by preserving the delightful moment when their new Mitsubishi is released from the showroom. This exclusive fuel package is meant to help customers have an unforgettable first road trip with their new Mirage G4 or first business delivery with their L300 care of Mitsubishi, said Suzuki. Maxus Philippines is going low with the G50 MPV offering special low prices for its 8-seater multi-purpose vehicles. The G50 MPV is among Maxus models getting offered at special rates for this summer. Until June 30, the Maxus G50 Comfort 1.3 MT can be bought home for just 948,000 pesos. This very competitive price gets you a one-of-a-kind MPV with modern styling, power, and efficiency, a spacious interior, versatility, and safety, as well as rear parking sensors and electronic stabilization program. And for just 1,076,000 pesos, one can get the G50 Pro 1.5, which already comes in, among other cool stuff, multi-function leather steering wheel, rear camera, keyless entry and push start, cruise control, electronic parking brake with auto hold, and infotainment radio with 8-inch touchscreen. The G50 Elite 1.5 now is priced at 1,156,000 pesos for the summer and comes with added premium stuff like auto AC, 360-degree camera, 12-inch touchscreen radio, and roof rail. And the top-of-the-line G50 Premium 1.5 at just 1,288,000 pesos comes with electric adjust front seats, panoramic sunroof, power tailgate, side airbag, power folding exterior mirror, LED headlamp and rear lamp, 17-inch alloy wheels, and a 6-speaker audio setup. Toyota Motor Philippines has just added another subcompact SUV to its already extensive lineup of SUVs, crossovers, and MPVs. The launch of the all-new Toyota Veloz was streamed live to a nationwide audience via Facebook and YouTube. According to Sherwin Chualim, TMP's first vice president and vehicle sales operations, the Veloz started out as a top-grade variant of the Avanza compact MPV range, but has since been evolved to become a new standalone brand ready to claim its position as a subcompact SUV of choice for customers seeking new adventures. Following its April 29 launch, all-new Veloz was displayed at the BGC Amphitheater until May 1 and at Toyota dealerships. Authorized Toyota dealers across the country started accepting reservations for the Veloz, newest addition to Toyota's range of vehicles. Prices start at 1.185 million pesos.
And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, please don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 35th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Happy motoring!